Nuevo Mexicano. It's different. That's what my grandpa always told me. Spanish Indians. La Matanza, very important to the family. Today I'm going to show you guys how to cook chicharrones on your Southwest disc, and the most important thing of it is being able to regulate your flame, keep your flame at a constant heat, not too high, not too low, right in the middle. If it's too high, burn your chicharrones, they don't cook correctly. If it's too low, it takes forever to cook them, and then they get really mushy and spongy. First thing you want to do before you start cooking your chicharrones is you want to put a good amount of water in there with a little bit of salt and some garlic cloves. You can put as many garlic cloves as you want. That's the old trick. That's how we did it and how my grandfather used to do it and everybody else in our family. So you put a little bit of salt in there, a little bit of garlic, and you put a good amount of water in your disc, and then you set your chicharrones in there. Once your chicharrones will start to, they'll start to boil and cook, you want to do it slowly so that way that the water evaporates and then it starts to slowly render into itself, and it starts to slowly render, because if you don't put water in there, then you burn your chicharrones. So you want to do it really slow, and then you start to regulate your heat little by little as you go, and you can see the water start dissipating. Then you start turning your heat down, and you want to run a low to medium heat. Just look at your heat, look at the way that your chicharrones are cooking, and that'll determine where your heat needs to be. So right now at this point I'm at a really critical stage. It's starting to render down. This is where you can actually burn them really quickly, so you have to turn your heat down really low. So I'm on a really low heat, and I'm continuously flipping them. That's the most important thing, is to continuously flip them. So if you look down here, you can see how they're starting to render down. And this grease right here can be used for eggs. You can use it for just about anything. Wild game is what we use it for. It gives it a really good flavor. But this is New Mexican style chicharrones. It's a little bit more different in the disc because it's not as deep. It's a little bit more shallow than a jarra, or what we call a vat in English. If we had a vat, they would cook a lot easier and a lot more equally. So the best thing to do is you start off with 6 pounds is good enough for one of these 22-inch discs, and then from there you can start working on it. But I wouldn't recommend any more than 6 pounds of 50-50 pork and fat. So that's chicharrone. Basically it's chicharrone.